This is a short called She, written and presented by Dave Francis for the Russett Players. She was there in the beginning, of course. Why wouldn't she be? But I didn't tell her that I loved her. I suppose you just accept that you think she knows. When you saw your older sister standing by the sink, helping with the washing up, and that little boy with his first teeth toddled over and stand behind her, and he looked and he weighed up his options, and then he sunk his teeth into her buttock, sending her screaming round the kitchen. She ended up having an ice pop popped on her bottom just to numb the pain. Maybe it was a sign of affection, but I didn't tell her that I loved her. You go to your first school, and you see her across the playground, yellow hair bouncing as she runs around with all her friends, and then the day comes. Kiss chase. It wouldn't be allowed now, of course, but then, different times. You run around, and at the last minute she's coming straight for you. Be kissed or do the kissing. Be kissed or do the kissing. Wham! You both hit head first. Noses hit, foreheads hit, and then those temperamental blood vessels in your nose explode. Boom! Blood everywhere. You look and you see her, but I didn't tell her that I loved her. A week later on, you've forgotten all about that girl. You've moved on. Secondary school isn't much better, of course. Girlfriend after girlfriend, but she was always there to pick up the pieces after that first fight you lost, or to remind you not to do something she wouldn't do when you were out until the sun went down. Then there was the accident. How that nail embedded in the tree ripped through your jeans and stopped millimetres from ending any chance you had of having children. Being rushed to the hospital and lying on the bed as the nurse held back your you-know-what. And the doctor told you not to think of something that would get your interest, if you know what I mean. The nurse looks down and smiles, and she's all you can think of. But I never told her that I loved her. School finishes, university or career. University or career. Whatever you decide, it's fine. It's your life after all. The years pass, and the sounds of church bells ring and family members shake hands. The drink flows. There is dancing, good food, cheap champagne, and thunder in the air. You look across the room and see her smile. Are you moving on to pastures new? Is this woman taking you away? Only she will know. The music dies, the lights fade, the goodbyes are said. I never told her that I loved her. Offspring, left, right, centre, running riot, pulling hair, while you've started to lose yours. Do they look like her? She's there when you need her, or even when they need her. Keeping them entertained, keeping you sane. She knows you're falling apart and the error has been made. But she's there to pick up the pieces, and I still never told her that I loved her. I suppose you just accept that you think she knows. Death comes hard, but not fast. She's there, the rock, unwavering in the storm that surrounds everyone else, the matriarch, standing firm on the bow of the ship that lists and turns, battered from every side by the wind and the rain and the ice. Alone, and only when she's alone, at night, does the veil crack and the tears flow. You know, of course, you can hear her, but still, I never told her that I loved her. Girl 1, Girl 2, Girl 3, Girl 4, they come, they go, sometimes at the same time. Lust is hard, night after night after night after night. Girl 1, Girl 2, Girl 3, Girl 4, and then silence. She knows about none of them, but she does. A supportive wink, a caring smile. Take care, don't do anything I wouldn't do, but you already have, and more. A trip to the pharmacy, just in case. She watches across a curry house table. Hate. She watches as you wake. I'm joined for breakfast. Like. She sits on a beach with you. Want. And then comes lust and love. A second chance. She's there. Dropped right in it. Who is more flustered, her or she? It's funny watching them. One pretends she's a pig, while the other accidentally throws food in the other one's lap. Laughter. This is the one. But I never told her that I loved her. More church bells, another child, while the growth silently spreads undetected inside. Gripping to the bones like a vulture, gasping at the last elements of a rotting carcass. You dance, you laugh, you eat, you drink, visiting regularly, calling, touching base. Enough? Yes or no? Either way, I never told her that I loved her. She lies, unable to move, the pain too great. The growth is now too much to deal with, and this fight is in the last round. Alone once more, the matriarch moves to the final resting place, the last room she'll be in. Friends, family, come, go. Wishing her well, get well soon. She'll be home in no time. Just a little treatment. But she knows that it's more than that. She decides when it's time, and she'll be more than happy to check out. She's had enough. You're fine with her. And that's what she's pleased to see. But I never told her that I loved her. I suppose I just accepted, I thought she knew. The end. You close her eyes. Peace. Quiet. Silence. She's no longer here. She's no longer alone. She's with him, wherever that is. You decide. Happy. The body is the vessel, the tool to cope with the world around us. Her soul is no longer with us. But I never told her that I loved her.